but it doesn't. It doesn't. It flexes weird. Each time I use it, it gets all out of whack.
Yeah, it
I don't know.
happens.
I eventually want to get me a tripod.
Yeah. There you go. You
I've
get
been
your
looking at
little.
them. It flexes. I've been looking at them for months, and I just
You
can't
gonna
find
get
one I
you
really like.
a little ring light and all that jazz too.
Well, that was my wife was like, if we're gonna get one, we got to get one with a ring light. I'm like, what the hell for?
Yeah, what do
I
you
said
need a ring light for? You don't even do
most of my
anything.
TikTok and YouTube videos I do outside.
Yeah.
When I do the podcast, I turn the light on, which I just forgot to do.
Yeah, it happens.
But
Speaking of the podcast,
yeah,
welcome
we just keep
everybody
going about
to
conversation.
yeah, welcome everybody to Nonsensical Nonsense. Hopefully, you guys are having a good week so far. As always, I'm Glick, hanging out with
I'm
Jeff, that
Jeff.
other voice you hear, the crackhead in the background.
Yep, I'm there somewhere.
Yeah, this is just a carryover conversation because every time we plan on going live around 7 o'clock or so, we usually wind
I
up
end
with
up
a half
talking for
hour.
20 minutes
Yeah,
beforehand.
we have a half hour of a little bullshit session. You know, get the old vocal boxes warmed up,
Yeah, gotta
and
get our throats cleared and all that crap.
that and it's a half hour of bullshit that just is pointless and
Yeah,
100%
nobody wants to hear.
unnecessary to talk about. Got a little bit of this for you though, right off the bat.
I was actually just gonna say I have something similar. Let me see if I can do it.
It's almost as effective as you catch yourself on fire.
I was afraid of it. After it lit, the fan hit the flame, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna catch my mic on fire."
Yeah, Mike, your beard.
Everything.
Running back and forth on and off screen on fire like Ricky Bobby in Talladega. Help me, Tom Cruise.
I'm on fire. Help me, Tom Cruise. You know what? About that movie, the first time I saw it, I was like, "All right, it's dumb, harmless," and we met some people down here that we were mildly friendly with. We never really hung out with them, but they were talking about that movie, and they were obsessively talking about it. And they're like, "Oh, it's the greatest movie ever." And my wife and I got home that night. We're like,
"What's up, Cameron?
We need to rewatch that fucking movie."
Yeah.
And we watched it, and I was like, "Wow, this is a big piece of shit."
Dude, I love that movie.
It's good, but it's not. I mean, they made it out to be Citizen Kane. You know, I was like, "All right, calm down." Not that Citizen Kane to me is a good movie, but
yeah. I don't think they ever made it out to be Citizen Kane. I mean, it is what it is. It's a funny ass
No, I'm
movie.
talking about the people I was talking with. They made it out to be like it was their Citizen Kane, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that.
I've never seen Citizen Kane, and I'm perfectly okay.
It's a slow, boring movie. It's actually not bad, but it's slow. It's boring.
Well, it is what it is.
I got onto a kick of, since I'm such a movie buff, I found a list. It's like 100 movies you need to see before you die. Mm-hmm. And like halfway through the list, Citizen Kane's on there, and I was slowly burning through the list. And I finally was like, fuck, I have to watch this movie. So I watched it, and I was like, that didn't change nothing in my life.
Oof, that was kind of wet and squishy.
Ooh, nice. No, greatest movie ever made was Shawshank Redemption. Sorry, I love that movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie. I wouldn't say greatest movie ever, but I mean, it was a good movie.
Yeah, well,
not bad for Stephen King. That wasn't horror.
Yeah, right. Oh, speaking of Stephen King, I read this today, and I wanted to get your take on it. Now, I know you're not a car guy, but you are a horror guy. The movie Christine, about the killer car.
Yeah.
Being remade. I say blasphemy.
Well, I mean, they remade it. And I think I think as long as Stephen King has a hand in it, that it'll be fine. Um,
I'm curious. I would. Don't get me wrong. I'll totally watch it. I love that movie.
but they also redid. They also remade Pet Cemetery.
I never saw the first one.
Oh man, you got to watch the
I,
first one.
I'm.
That creepy
I
little
like Stephen
fucking
King.
kid.
Uh, although my favorite Stephen King movie is that Maximum Overdrive.
Yeah,
The cars coming alive. I'm like, oh yeah.
that was a good movie. That was one of my favorite movies when I was a kid.
I've never really seen it. I think that's one of the movies I need to build me a horror list of movies I need to see.
There you go. But you don't like horror. You're not a big horror guy. Oh.
Well, that's what. But as a movie buff, I need to be at least informed, even if I just watch the fucking trailer.
Yeah, it happens. By the way, I got me one of my Father's Day gifts today, rocking this new Michigan Wolverine shirt. Yeah.
Nice.
Suck it, haters. Thank you, pretty girl. I love this shirt. Dry wick. So I was like, yep, I'm rocking that tonight.
I always ask for the same thing every Father's Day. My wife's like, "What do you want for Father's Day?" I said, "To be left alone."
Well, for me, Father's Day's never been all that big of a deal. I mean, it just, especially the last several years,
Right.
it was. I honestly forget about Father's Day until like day of, and I'm like, shit, let me
Right.
text my dad, But
Yeah,
like,
which is about all I do.
Yeah, the last couple of years since Summer's been around, she's like, "No, it's your day, so it's got to be special, just like Mother's Day," which I'm fine with. I'm just not used to it. So,
Right.
but I guess she ordered me a couple things. Just came in today, and she's like, "You don't have to wait till Father's Day. Go ahead and open it." So I was like, "Cool." So I opened it, and I was like, "Hell yeah, I like this. I'm digging this."
Well, like I'm not big on celebrating me in general. So like my wife was like, "It's your 40th birthday this year. What are we gonna do?" I'm like, "Nothing." I said, "All I want to do is sit down, and watch TV, and Netflix, chill, and a little YouTube, and maybe build something." She's like, "So a normal fucking day." I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't. She's like, "But it's your 40th." I'm like, "And you can bring me home beer or something." I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's the other thing. Like, yeah, birthdays for me are just another day. Hell, half the time, like, kids forget about it. So, again, until summer came around, and then that's what she said. She's like, "This year's your 40th birthday. We're gonna do something for your birthday." And I'm like, you don't have to worry about it. She's like, "No, we're going to." I'm like, "Okay, well."
I think my 38th, my wife surprised me by inviting a bunch of friends over to a. There's a restaurant here that is. It's a Brazilian restaurant, but they literally walk around with. They have carts, and on said cart is meat, and they will
because I'm a
like
man.
different kinds of meat, and they got it on skewers, and they'll cut off you a piece, and they'll keep coming to the table until you put the little sign that says stop, like they have in the Bubba Gump restaurant, and it just says yes or no, and they'll keep coming by, and then of course it's buffet style too for all your other shit, and she had a bunch of friends of mine, people I hung out with and whatnot, and she made it. I had no fucking clue, but she's like, "Oh, we got to go drop off these discounts for this restaurant, so let's go over there." And I was like, "All right." So she's like, "Wait in the car, I'll be right back." And then she called me on my cell, and she's like, "Hey, can you come in here and help me carry something?" I'm like, "What are you carrying out of a fucking restaurant?" I was, "We're getting food to go." She's like, "Just bring the kids and come in." So I bring the kids in, and all these people are sitting around. I'm like, "These motherfuckers having this party didn't even fucking invite me, you prick." And all of a sudden my wife's like, "Surprise." I'm like, "Fuck."
You asked me to go in there, you see, you sons of bitches. You have a fucking party. You don't even invite
funny because she told me, she's like, "Oh, your friend Dave and Vera and your friend Jane, they're gonna be having dinner there, and they wanted to get a discount, and we sold discounts to the restaurant, and she's they're gonna have a discount, so we gotta drop off these tickets." And I'm like, "All right." fucking pricks don't even fucking invite me. It's my fucking birthday, fucking asshole. I get to the restaurant, I'm fucking pissed. And she's like, can you come and help me carry this stuff? And I'm like, I don't want to go in. She's like, no, come on in. I was like, no, fuck them. They didn't even fucking invite me. She's just get your ass in there.
Make them help you carry it.
I was make them come out. At least say fucking happy birthday. And then there's like 12 people there that she invited. I had no fucking clue.
Yeah.
And the first thing I turned to her, I was like, you suck. I'm not a big surprise guy. I turned to her, I'm like, you suck. You got me all pissed off. So because I told her she sucks, she's like, I'll never do a surprise party for you again. I'm like, good. I didn't want one in the first place. But yeah, for the 40th, I was like, just leave me be. Leave me in my own devices.
I don't know if there's any batteries out there. You have to look in the look on the TV or look in that box in the closet.
I don't like. I mean, you want to celebrate me? That's fine. Let me get in my car and drive around for 12 hours. I'm good. That's how we can celebrate me, or celebrate something I finished or built. You know, be like, oh, look, Jeff built that. Yeah, that's about. And then 20 minutes later, we're on a different subject. All right, perfect. I'm not. I just. Ugh.
Me, on the other hand, I'm like, make it all about me. Worship me.
Bow down.
Peons, I am your god. I'm the complete opposite of that. I'm like, I'm not that important. Don't act like I am. Just stop.
Yeah, just let me pick what we watch on TV, and I'll be good.
Well, that's the great thing about having multiple TVs is like, you guys are watching some dumb shit. I'm going to the bedroom.
Yeah. But you know, she actually had her mom pick up the kids on my 40th, so I had the whole house to myself and just relaxed and watched TV by myself. Didn't have to do shit. It was awesome. Right. She went and bought me a bunch of sandwich stuff so I could make sandwiches.
Here you go, fat ass.
I'm the king of. You mean I have to cook? I can just make a sandwich, call it a day. You know, I
sit on the couch and eat your sandwiches. You fat fuck.
Hell yeah.
Go ahead and watch your YouTube videos.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, I don't remember my 40th. That was about it.
No, it's been a minute since there was last year outside of last year, but before that, it's been a minute since really did anything for my birthday. I think I went out for my 30th, and then my 29th we went out, but that was just because my birthday was my birthday is October 10th, so it's always 10/10, but it was 10/10/10. I wish I had been 30 that year, but I was 29. But still, it was kind of cool. So I think we went out. For that. I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm not. When you're in your 20s, and you know you turn in 21 and stuff, that's a big deal, you know. But once you hit like 32 or 33, you're like, yeah, I don't care anymore.
Yeah,
it's another day. I still gotta go to work.
Yeah. Well, that's the cool thing about this new company that I'm with, this pest control company, Zuckerman's, which I can say that because they're like, hey, I want you to be proud of where you work at. So say it. Yeah. You know, if you want to put it on Facebook, put it on Facebook. But in the thing, they give you the day off for your birthday and stuff like that.
Oh wow!
What? I ain't never seen a company that give you the day off for your birthday unless it was like a weekend and you're already off on the weekends.
Right, exactly.
Most companies are like, fuck your birthday. Fuck you and your birthday.
Exactly. Well, it's like when you're in your 20s, when you're working at McDonald's or some shit, you're like, it's my birthday, I'm not coming in. Mm-hmm. Once you hit 32, they're like, we don't give a fuck if it's your birthday or not. If you don't come in, you might as well not come in the next day either.
Yeah. I really wish there was like an age limit where you could age people out of McDonald's. The people that try to turn McDonald's into a fucking career, unless you're like,
I mean, don't get me wrong. The managers and stuff are usually older, but
unless you're like old and you've retired and you're looking for like part-time work, and then it's like,
Yeah, there has to be a gap area. They're like from 30 to 60, or something like that.
Apparently, we ain't doing a dang thing for my 40th birthday. It says Summer and Facebook. Welcome, pretty girl.
There you go. There you go.
Fair enough. It's just another birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of birthdays.
Yes.
It'll be a funeral. Apparently, my 40th birthday is going to be my funeral. So, well, Jeff, we have.
I was planning on mine being my 40th.
we have officially 4 more months of doing this podcast before
you're going to be killed. Apparently,
before I'm killed. So, well, let's make the best out of it. But speaking of birthdays, not that they'll hear it. Maybe they will. Hell, I don't know. But got a couple things here about these guys. Cat Murtis, bassist extraordinaire from a Blacktop Mojo, is celebrating his birthday today. So, happy birthday to you, Cat.
Happy birthday, sir.
Reached out to him earlier on a little Instagram, commented on a photo. But also, speaking of Blacktop Mojo, they got a new album coming out. I think September. And then yesterday, see if we can get Jeff to be quiet for a minute, because I don't know how this is going to come across audio-wise.
Well, yeah, if you want to go ahead and play that real quick, I'm going to yell at my kids.
But yesterday,
go ahead and play that, and I'll be right back.
Blacktop Mojo released a new song off their new album. I'm digging it. I don't know if most people have heard it yet, or if they even care, but that's our guys, and they are so gracious to allow us to play their music on the podcast. So I wanted to play just a little bit of this. A little 30 seconds, 45 seconds, something like that. Hopefully it'll come across okay. Get past this intro. It does have a to make you feel at home. And I looked at all your face, it leads me to assume there ain't a chance in you. I know what I did wrong. Oh, please, darling, just say something. I need to understand. Oh, tell me why it is you're leaving. I thought I was your man. Watching the tail lights fade up the street as the sun sinks slow. Thinking, baby, please don't go. Don't go. You don't have to be this way. But so that's Taillights. That's their new song they just dropped. Fantastic song. If you guys want to hear the rest of it,
excellent.
You can find it on Amazon Music, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube. YouTube has the video. Deezer. I don't know what the hell Deezer is.
I don't either.
Matt didn't seem to know what the hell Deezer was either. So
there you go.
And
I think it's kind of similar to what when we publish something that it goes out to all these places we've never heard of.
Yeah, and it's also on SoundCloud.
Something similar.
But stream the hell out of it. Share it with your friends. Like I said, it's Blacktop Mojo, Taillights. Help them hit the. I don't know, what do they do? A Spotify Spotlight or something like that.
All right.
For musicians, if they get so many streams or whatever, they promote the shit out of it and put it out there for everybody. But I love the song.
Tell them Nonsensical Nonsense sent you.
Yeah, I love the song, and of course,
it's good.
That's one of those songs where they just kind of let Matt's vocals just fucking shine.
Oh yeah.
So, and they were live yesterday on Facebook and Instagram, and they were also talking about their tour dates, and they are all over the place this summer. They got 2 shows here in Ohio, one in Cleveland and one in Columbus. I'm going to try to at least make one of them, hopefully.
Hell yeah.
I'd love to see these guys in concert and whatnot, but I wanted to give them a little love, a little shout out.
Yeah.
they're gracious. Like I said, they're gracious enough to allow us to put their music on our shitty podcast. So that's the one highlight.
And they don't charge us either.
Yeah, if you like rock music and you like Black Top Mojo, you can listen to the first 2 minutes of the podcast and fast forward through the rest of it and listen to the last 2 minutes. Or skip all the bullshit. Hey, get to the good
get to the good shit.
So Matt, holy shit, Matt, we had 3,000 listens on our last episode. I don't know if they listened to the actual episode or not, but they probably just listened to you guys.
They just listen to you guys, you know.
But no, I just wanted to give those guys a couple minutes because I don't feel like we thank them enough for allowing us to use our music. Not only allowing us, but it seems like they may or may not know who we are. So
yeah, which is actually kind of cool.
But hopefully, yeah, like I said, I'll get to see them.
We're famous in only small circles.
Small circle being. I don't know that you and I could make a circle. This is our circle. Just because you two are round does not mean you're a circle.
Yes.
Summer was in Jeff's life. I don't know what she's talking about. But nah, so yeah, anyway, yeah, like I kind of feel like you feel tonight because again, with this second week at my new job, and I'm working a lot longer hours. I'm working a lot more hours, so I haven't had the time. Well, I have the time, but I just come home from work and I kind of for the day.
Yeah, that's the thing when you work long hours. You come home and you're like, fuck, I don't want to do anything else.
Yeah, which again, it's not like it's the hardest thing in the world to look up news articles. And here, my dumbass was thinking I was going to be able to sit down tonight. Apparently, that's not going to work out in my favor.
You're going to stand up again?
Yeah, that's not going to work out in my favor because that's just not enough padding on that seat. So let me fix my camera again. I can still hear you.
Yeah, that's fine. No, I'll go ahead and tell a little story of what happened to me last night.
Yeah, you old crippled bastard.
Well, it didn't help that it was like I was awake till almost 2:30 last night, and I finally went to sleep, and I may have been asleep for maybe 45 minutes, so I wasn't 100% asleep yet. But my wife wakes up, and we had fallen asleep in front of the TV on the reclining love seat that stares at our couch, and she asked me, she says, "Can you put my phone on charge?" I said, "Sure." Well, I had my charger in the kitchen. So I went to get up, and my wife constantly, I don't get it. It's 3,000 degrees, and she's got a blanket on her. Mm-hmm. And instead of actually putting the recliner, sitting it up, I was like, I'll just stand up because I'm apparently lazy. And my foot got caught in her blanket, and I face planted up against the DVDs, and my knee slammed onto the fucking hard floor so hard that I lay on the ground for 10 minutes. And my wife's like, "Why are you laying on the floor?" And I was like, "You didn't hear me fall?" She's like, "No, I felt like sleep."
She was like, ow, homie.
She literally asked me if she put my phone, if I put her phone on charge, and then fell back asleep, and I damn near break my neck. Smacking into because I have my DVDs hanging on a wall right underneath the TV, and I smashed my face into them and slammed my knee on the ground and laid it on the ground, almost crying, because my knee, it was like every ounce of my weight slammed right onto my kneecap, right on the center of a tile, and it hurt so bad.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, she beat me up.
No, you cried.
No, I didn't cry, but I cried. Fuck a dog.
No, let's be honest. You cried like a little schoolgirl.
I had a schoolgirl with skin knee.
Yeah, Jeff.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
If you're in a like relationship and you need help, blink twice. You need help.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't like a pain from hitting. It was like, you have that like electric shock through your body.
You were embarrassed.
Kind of thing when you hit something, almost like when you hit your funny bone. Mm-hmm. That's what it was, and it crippled me for like 2 seconds.
The fortunate thing for you being only 3.5 feet tall,
I wasn't far from the ground.
Yeah.
Well, saw that coming. Saw that coming.
Yeah, that's what she said.
But it was a weird thing. Is like I stand up like that all the time. But I stood up that last night and I just wham like I was a drunk alcoholic midget.
I need to befriend a drunk. I need to befriend an alcoholic midget.
I know a couple of them.
That'd be cool.
I know one here.
Your neighbor?
No, he actually works for the pirate ship. No, he works for the pirate ship.
Basically, the circuit.
Yeah, basically. Well, he's part of the entertainment staff on the Jolly Roger is what it's called. There's two pirate ships here. One's called Captain Hook. One's called the Jolly Roger, and it's a dinner show.
They're not real pirates. They're fake pirates.
Oh, so yeah.
Don't
my
scared,
God.
Right?
Oh, my God. That still blows my mind, fucking Disney. I was literally flicking through old movies on Disney Plus yesterday looking for other ones to say the same shit. So my watch list says I've started like 15 movies.
Nice.
But I'm like, I don't really want to watch this. I just want to see if they give that stupid thing.
I'm looking for warning labels, damn it.
Yeah, it was. Oh, it fucking hurt so bad last night. But the kicker was my wife going, "Why are you laying on the floor?"
Yeah. Well, I mean, it could be worse. You could have gotten in trouble for being an asshole like I did.
Yeah.
Last night. Well, I got in trouble today so last night, Summer and I have been watching all the Conjuring movies. You know, she went through and watched them all in order. I've been sleeping on Annabelle and The Conjuring and The Nun and La Lorena or whatever the hell it's called. And so I'm just recently started watching all those movies. Right. But I wanted to get through all of them before I watched the new Conjuring movie. Well, Summer went through and she was watching them in chronological order, which I'm going to probably do this weekend because the kids won't be here and I'm a loser with no life. So I'm going to rewatch movies that I've just spent the entire week watching, but I'm going to watch them in chronological order. But so last night
I do that with the Marvel movies.
Yeah, last night she called me and she's like, "Have you started watching Conjuring 3 yet?" And I literally just turned it on. And she's like, "Well, let's watch it together." You know, for those of you that don't know, my girlfriend lives in Tennessee and I live in Ohio, so we don't get to do things that most couples do or whatever. So we were going to watch a movie last night. So I came in and I was out in the living room. So I was like, well, let me go in the bedroom and kick the kids out and all that jazz. Lay down on my bed and we started watching the movie together. FaceTiming and we're watching the movie. We're at the same point and all that. We get about halfway through the movie and without any, usually I have a warning, like I'll start to nod off or doze off without any warning. But it was lights out in my world. I was gone.
Yeah.
Then I woke up I woke up in the middle of the night because when you're old, you wake up 2 to 3 times a night to go take a piss.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
when did that start? That's what I want to know. All of a sudden, from one day to the next, you're like, "Fuck, I gotta piss again."
Yeah. So, needless to say, I got up and she had hung up, and I was like, I'm such an asshole, man. Like, we were watching a movie together, and I just fall asleep. So tonight, when she got off work, she called me, and we were talking, and she's like, "Your bitch ass fell asleep in the middle of that movie." I was like, well, was it good? And she's like, well, maybe if you would have watched it all, you would have known. And I'm like, I already feel horrible. Damn, I didn't mean to fall asleep.
No, but you know what? My wife does that all the time. Well, I'll end up watching the same movie 4 or 5 times because she'll sit down and she'll be like, I want to watch this. I'm like, all right, yeah, that sounds good. We'll watch this. And we get past the credits and I look over and I said, that was funny. And she's like snoring. And I'm like, well, I guess we'll watch it again tomorrow. But at that point, I'm into it. So I'm like, fuck, I'm going to finish it.
Yeah, and that's what I told her. I was like, how many times have we started a movie and you fell asleep and you're passed out, snoring, slobbering all over the place, farting on me? And she's like, well, that's after a long day of me driving up there. Then we go to the grocery store. And then I'm like, all right, whatever. I suck. You're right. I'm a terrible boy.
Take your punishment, Chris. Just take it.
That's pretty much what it was. I was trying to throw the blame on her. And she's like, not today. I'm a gangster. And you're not.
There it is.
Speaking of stupid people and being a jackass.
Mm.
So even though I was saying like with this new job, I haven't done my typical show prep.
Right.
So tonight I was going to 100% just fucking wing it with news articles. I got a couple websites that I go to, and they never let me down. So
I'm listening.
Oh no, you're right. So this is actually a story I heard on the radio today, and I'm glad that it popped up because I wanted to see the rest of it. This comes from glorious old Snowflakeville, USA, California.
Oh,
Man stuck for days inside of a giant fan at a California vineyard.
and a fan.
Yeah.
Like an exhaust fan kind of thing?
Yeah, like like the big exhaust fans on the side of like buildings and stuff like that.
Nice.
So this is at a vineyard. So it says,
a vineyard. Okay.
Yeah, at a vineyard. It says Santa Rosa.
Words are hard.
I can't even get past the first two words. It's going to be a fun night.
You ain't even drinking that much yet.
No, exactly. Maybe that's the problem. So, Santa Rosa, California. Authorities rescued a man who said he had been trapped for 2 days inside of a large fan at a Northern California vineyard. The man was discovered Tuesday by a deputy responding to a call about a suspicious vehicle parked near the winery in Santa Rosa.
It was his.
The deputy saw a hat on a piece of farming equipment and then found the man stuck inside the shaft of the vineyard fan. Firefighters rescued him. The man indicated that this is what his excuse was. He said that I like to take pictures of engines of old farm equipment. After it gets better.
Sure you do, buddy.
Yeah. After a thorough investigation, why there was a thorough investigation to this to discover if this fan was an antique or not, because it's clearly an active vineyard.
Yeah.
So, which revealed the farm equipment wasn't antique. The man had far more meth than camera equipment.
Nice.
The motivation to climb into the fan shaft remains a total mystery. 38-year-old man will require medical treatment, but is expected to make full recovery. Blah blah blah. The man will be charged
and then he will go to jail.
Yeah, he's going to be charged with trespassing, drug possession, as well as violations of probation. So he's on probation.
Nice.
And it says the fans are used to circulate air across the vines to keep grapes from freezing during colder months. So
okay.
So the guy's like, it's a hobby of mine to climb inside of antique farm equipment. Obviously, not an antique farm equipment, and take pictures. Yet, where's your camera? Got a whole bag full of meth. We don't know why he climbed into the fan. I think the bag of meth kind of explains it.
Yeah, I think he was dipping in his own supply, but yeah. I mean, I guess he had 2 days to think about what he was doing there. He's like, I'm gonna get caught. I know I'm gonna get caught. Either caught or die. So if I get caught, I'm gonna think about what I should do, what I should say.
Yeah, it's just like that's
dumb.
You fucking dummy.
I'm kidding. Why would you climb in that vent in the first place? Unless maybe he was trying to stash.
I don't know. Have you ever done meth?
No, I haven't.
Well, I mean, have you ever talked to a meth head or a crackhead or anybody on drugs?
Oh, I've talked to people on drugs, yes. But
is there any explanation as to why they do the things they do other than...
That is a good point.
As Rick James said, drugs are a powerful thing.
It seems like a good idea at the time.
Speaking of crackheads, today we were down in the hood at work, and I get out of the truck and I'm trying to grab supplies, and I thought I heard a voice behind me, and I just ignored it. And I heard it again, and I turned around, and it was this fucking crackheaded lady, and she was like, "Y'all, do you guys take care of raccoons?" And I went, mm-hmm. Proceeded to keep ignoring her and doing what she's like. I ain't got raccoons, but my neighbors do, And I'm like, well, that sounds like your neighbor's problem. And she continued to talk, and I just walked across the street with my boss, who owns the company, and he's trying not to laugh, and he's like, "That was a perfect response to the crackhead." And I was like, "What's that?" He's like, "Mm-hmm." He's like, "Ah, sure."
There's like, nothing worse than being 100% sober and having to deal with somebody under the influence of anything.
Yeah. Well, I told him
they're so far gone that they can't even spell their own name.
Yeah. I told him we were standing at the door after we knocked, and I was like, I was actually getting ready to tell her to talk to you because you were the boss. He was like, I would have gotten a trunk of lid. Great. Leave me alone. I stick out like a sore thumb. I'm a giant white dude.
People
don't mind me. Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here.
Just a white guy walking along carrying pesticide. I could have bought the family sold them and made some money.
She's like, this is actually, you can get high on this stuff. Really?
Yeah, this is a new form of crack rock.
Hey, boss, how much does this stuff cost by the ounce? I'm about to make you a profit, sir.
It's sad when people are addicted to drugs.
Yes.
But they are amusing as hell.
Oh, my wife always says, well, you don't know what that person went through. I'm like, I get that. But
I don't know.
It seems like they went through a box of crack.
Yeah. if I was a betting man, I would assume a baggie of...
No, but I mean, she says that when, like, she'll see somebody that's down on their luck or whatever, and she's like, I wish we could help them. I'm like, well, we're in a car going 65 miles an hour. I don't think we can really help them at this minute. Run
them over. Well, that's
the other day we came out of a convenience store, and from getting pack smokes, coke, whatever, so we could go home.
Meth.
And and this guy's literally sitting up against the side of the building. He's obviously drunk off his ass, passed out. And she's worried that he's going to get robbed. I'm like, well, yeah, this is not the best neighborhood, number one. Number two, let's get in a cab and get the fuck out of here before the people that rob him are going to rob us, too. And she's like trying to wake him up. She's sitting there going, real loud. I'm like, will you get in the fucking car?
Get in the goddamn car.
She's literally talking to strangers like, do you know him? And I'm like, shut up, woman.
Yeah,
I'm the whitest thing for 40 blocks.
Yeah, that's how Summer is. So she'll see somebody walking down the street, and she's like, I want to give them a ride. Mainly old people,
right?
Like, they're so old. And
my wife, she saw this one girl that she's a Mayan girl. She's like indigenous to Mexico, Yeah. And she's got a little baby, and she's sitting out there waiting for change and shit. And my wife's like, I think your baby's sick. You should take him to the doctor. He's got a runny nose and shit. And she's like, oh, I can't go to the hospital. Apparently, what happens is these indigenous Mayans, they don't have birth certificates themselves. Yeah. So getting a birth certificate for their kids is like impossible. And so this girl was hesitant to go to the doctor. And they have doctors at pharmacies that cost like $5, and they give you an analysis. And
yeah, they got the quick clinics. We got those up here, minute clinics, like CVS.
And yeah, exactly. And the funny thing is like, even though this woman is technically Mexican, she doesn't speak Spanish because she speaks Mayan with a little bit of Spanish. So it's like an indigenous language. And we ended up getting in a cab with this girl, taking her over to the doctor. And the doctor was like, ooh, excuse me. The doctor was like, oh, I'm not going to treat her. And my wife's proceeded to bitch the doctor out till she treated the kid. And it's a racist thing. It's like, it's not really a racist. It's a classist thing. Yeah. And it just, and my wife, we got done, and we spent a good hour and a half helping this girl out. And as we're getting home, my wife's tearing up because she's all sad for this girl. I was like, you know what? You were the fucking nicest person I've ever met.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have taken 2 looks at this girl. I'd have been like, well, we gotta go.
Yeah.
Not because I'm an asshole, because it doesn't cross my mind.
Not my business.
Yeah, exactly. It's none of my fucking business.
That's why I tell Summer all the time, because she's like, I just want to pick. And she's picked up old people or whatever. And I'm like, you can't just go picking up strangers on the side of the road. Well, they're old. Have you seen the masks that are out there that are lifelike?
Yeah, no
I was
shit.
like, that's how. You know what's going to happen? Rapey, choppy. Game over. Some psychopath's gonna be wearing an old man costume, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, come on, old guy, I feel bad for you. It's hot." And he's gonna get in the car and be like, "Ha ha, bitch! Stab."
He takes his mask off. And you're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. Stab. Pull over. Rape.
But yeah, it's weird how my wife is so caring about complete strangers, and I'm just like, yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah, I see a guy holding a sign on the side of the road. And I'm like, get a job, you fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, right.
I don't know anything about it.
I get that it's not easy for anybody, for everybody to get a job, but it's like there are things you can do other than beg.
Yeah,
there's guys that refuse to beg, and they'll stand in Walmart parking lot and help you back your car out. And my thought is, if I can't back out my fucking car out of a parking lot spot when I'm surrounded by 0 cars, I shouldn't be driving.
Yeah, exactly.
And my wife's like, give him a couple pesos. I'm like,
Now, I just, in all honesty, when I do get stopped at a stoplight, somebody's sitting there, it's like that awkwardness where it's like, don't look.
Yeah, you sit there, stare out the windshield like,
I know you're staring at me. I can't help you, dude. I work for a living, and you probably have more money than I do.
Which is
don't
what
make
I tell
me feel bad.
I'm like, you probably got. Well, we got guys out here. Every stoplight, there's at least 2 guys that'll clean windshields. I'm like, I just got the windshield cleaned 3 blocks ago, and every block, I'm like, no, I'm good. It's clean.
Yeah. No, I feel
cost you
bad.
$400 just to get home.
Yeah, I feel bad to a certain degree, but then at the same time, it's like, in the time we live in, there's plenty of fucking companies are begging people to work.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, they are literally.
Which is my thought.
Yeah, they are literally like. I used to drive for Washington's, for instance, when I delivered for them, and down in Athens, down by campus, when I'd come off the freeway, at my exit, there was a stoplight like usual. There was a guy that sat there every single day.
Right.
At least 3 days a week that I went down there. So I'm assuming he sat there every day. And it had a sign, and it said, need work, will work. Meanwhile, 200 feet away from him, giant fucking Bob Evans billboard, now
hiring
immediate positions. It's like, so one day I had to
start today.
Yeah. One day I had the window down, and I was like, if you need work, why don't you go get a job? I said, every place around here is hiring people like as soon as they walk in the door.
Right.
I'm like, oh no, I see. It's easier for you to sit out here and beg and collect money off of everybody that's working. I said,
there was a couple years ago. Well, this is like maybe 10 years ago. And as recently as 2 years ago, there's like 5 or 6 people that have been busted on camera pretending to be, homeless or whatever. And then at the end of the day, the person filming them follows them to their fucking brand new Mercedes, and to their $150,000 apartment or $2 million house, and they're like, "Well, what are you gonna do? I make $400 a day begging."
Yeah, like, what's up, Pop and Molly? Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, why would I? Much like up here with the unemployment. Why am I go get a job when essentially I'm making $16, $17 an hour on unemployment?
Sitting on my ass.
Yeah.
Watching Netflix. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But now it's crazy. Like, there's people blow my mind that just, will work for food. Well, the gas station that you're standing in front of is literally hiring. And you walk in the door and say, I want a job, and they're giving people jobs. So go work, and then you can get food.
I mean, I totally get it that first week or 2 weeks or whatever is going to suck balls because you don't get paid right away.
I'm going through it. I'm going through it right
what's
now.
the difference? What's the difference between that and not knowing if you're going to eat tomorrow, anyways?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, like I'm going through it right now. Because unfortunately, in the last 2 weeks, again in the last 2 weeks, I've started 2 jobs.
Right.
One job didn't work out. I was only able to work a couple of days, and it didn't work out as I thought it was going to. So what did I do?
Because of your allergies, it was nothing you could control. It's not like the job sucked or something.
So what did I do? Once I realized that the job was not going to work out, I started looking for another job.
Yeah.
And by the end of that week, I had another job. But unfortunately, you got to wait that week to get your first paycheck. So
well, have you seen this? Have you seen this chick on TikTok that she's got 3 million piercings on her face? Her hair's like 14 different colors, and she's like, I think people should deserve a $50 an hour minimum wage. I'm like, what skills do you bring to the table that you think you need $50 an hour?
On what fucking planet does anybody gonna get $50 an hour? I mean,
in a starting position.
Yeah.
To clean toilets or some shit. But on top of that, she's like, somebody left a comment. She made another video that says, the comment said, I would never hire you anyways because of your appearance. And she's like, I've turned down jobs like that because of people like you. And I'm like, well, no, you have 64 piercings on your face.
Yeah,
there's such a thing as professionalism.
Yeah, but today, the piercings and tattoos and stuff, they're not frowned upon like they used to be. So a lot of companies, they do hire people with.
Yes, but I'm talking about, she's got dead center of her nose, like 22 piercings.
Yeah.
And then she's got the bull ring, and she's got them all over her face. I get that, down here, the whole tattoo and showing a tattoo, a lot of places won't hire you because of it.
Mm-hmm.
But in the States, where it's like, we accept everybody, we're super woke.
Well, I mean, it's not even that. It's not even being woke or anything like that. It's just becoming more that tattoos are
it's common. They're more common.
They're not so taboo anymore. I was reading an article the other day that caught my attention, and I don't read a whole lot, but this one caught my attention because it was a guy that was covered in tattoos. He had face tattoos and neck tattoos, and he had some piercings. He wasn't like metal face or pinhead or anything, but he had some piercings on his face, and they showed him, and he looked like a rock and roll guy. He had his shirt off and he was covered in tattoos, and he was like, I bet you'll never guess my profession. So I'm like, okay, well,
I guarantee it's not a radiologist.
No, so I was like, oh, well, the guy's probably like a tattoo artist or some kind of artist or musician or something like that. And I got to read in the article. Well, come to find out, the guy is a child therapist that helps children, that specializes in trauma, like child trauma.
Okay, yeah.
So I was just like, interesting. I would have never thought of that, just because that was the article was like, you'll never guess my profession, and I was like, well, I should have known that it was going to be something completely off the wall that would be like, I guarantee 10 years ago,
that guy, he's not running one at the MRI machine at the local hospital, which is a giant electromagnet.
Well, you can't run. Okay, well, first of all, you can run one because you're not inside the room, and I say this because I used to work on them at OSU. So when we would go into the room, there was a safety zone. It was taped off. That well, at OSU they were just taped off. You walked in the room; it was an open room. There was a giant MRI machine, and OSU at the time, this has been years ago, they had I think it was called a Cat 7 magnet, which was like one of the largest magnets in the world. I think OSU had one. There was a hospital in England that had one, and there might have been one more. Plus, then they had the regular MRIs. But you had to, anything metallic, your wallet, all that stuff had to come out. You left it in the bin. But the 7, even the metal rings on your boots, if you got close to that 7, it would literally pick your foot up off the ground just from like the metal rings off of your boots. So you could technically run the machine if you had piercings. You just couldn't go in the room. You have to remove them. So I'm sure most people would just remove them before they went to work, which is what a lot of the nurses did.
Right.
Or doctors, that if they had ear piercings or whatever, they just take their stuff out before they come to work. So I mean, you
Well,
could
the
do
funny
it,
thing is,
but
uh, most piercings that you get are stainless steel, and they're non-magnetic.
yeah, but it's still what if
Yeah,
type
it's a yeah, it's
it's
a
a safety
one
measure
in yeah,
because
it's a safety thing.
before we could even work on those MRI machines, we had to watch safety videos, obviously.
Right.
And in one of the videos, and I think it was like the Cleveland Clinic or something like that, somebody got too close. Thankfully, the patient had just got out of the MRI machine, but somebody got too close with an oxygen machine or an oxygen tank,
Oh,
and it just
nice.
ripped that fucking oxygen tank clean off the
Right
cart
out of it.
and
Yep.
sucked it right into the goddamn MRI machine like a missile.
Well, I mean,
So,
uh, there's some serious, powerful stuff.
oh yeah, and those Cat sevens, or I think it's a Cat 7. I could be wrong, but it was something 7. You remember the commercial back in the day for super glue, and it showed the guy with like the
Oh yeah,
hard hat
he's
hanging
hard
on the
hat.
beam? Yeah. Well, you could literally take a tool and put it on that, and then fucking hang on it. Like my big ass could hang on it, and just dangle for days, like doo 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 doo. And it wouldn't even budge.
You know what I
So,
never got about the super gluing hard hat guy? Is like hard hats don't actually stick to your head like that though.
yeah, so it was like him literally hold like, and we've wore hard hats. Anybody who's ever worn a hard
Yeah,
hat knows that the lip isn't that big that you can just grab hold of it.
yeah. It's
Never
like
mind. Now you're sucking me into your fucking world of this. Well, scientifically, movies
well,
are
on top of that,
bullshit.
if anybody that's ever worn a hard hat knows that
Those
a
fucking things
strong
don't.
gust of wind will knock that thing
Yeah,
off your head.
those fucking things do not stay on your head very well. And I love how they're like a hard hat will protect you if a beam falls on your head. Yeah,
No, it won't.
it's not gonna my head's not gonna crack open like an egg, but my neck and everything below is completely shattered.
Oh yeah,
And you
yeah.
look
Because
like
we used to walk around with our hammers and pop people with the handle
yeah.
of the hammer on the hard hat.
How many times you smack your hard hat on a roof or something and it hurts
Yeah.
just as bad as if you because you
Oh yeah.
fucking you jam your neck and down into your shoulders and it's just like oh
Exactly.
god.
Yeah, you get that electric feeling down your whole spine.
Mhm.
Ooh, just think about that gives me the willies. Oh,
We all
that shit
know that a
hurts.
hard hat cannot withstand a shot from a power washer.
Amen to that. From experience, we know. No, well, what's that article I sent you? That lady that went to school as her 13-year-old daughter.
Let me see. I gotta try to pull it up here real quick.
That's I actually literally found out about it on TikTok, and I was like, "There's no way in hell this is true," because this woman has got to be what, almost 40?
I got it. Got
Yeah, there
it
we go.
pulled up here. I just had to find it. I had to scroll through our messages
Mhm.
here. It says Texas woman arrested for posing as 13-year-old daughter to prove a point on school shootings. So El Paso area mom says social experiment shows teachers were more preoccupied with students' virtual learning than those in the classroom. Texas woman was arrested after spending an entire day. She spent the entire school day um, at the middle school posing as her 13-year-old daughter and documenting her experience online, as administrators and most teachers failed to notice. Casey Garcia, 30, of San Elizario, whatever, some Texas town down there,
Right.
um, has since been arrested and charged with criminal trespass and tampering with government records. The El Paso County Sheriff's Office was first alerted to this June 1st. Why the hell are they still in school in June? But I guess everybody's different.
No, I
Uh,
think they were alerted to it because they came across somebody's TikTok because
Yeah.
she was actually posting TikTok videos saying, "Oh, this pizza tastes like shit."
Mhm. So, yeah, they were alerted to it June 1st to several social media posts circulating online documenting the incident. The incident happened at Garcia Enrique Middle School in San Elizaro. Let's go with that. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Located 20 miles southeast of El Paso. She was later taken into custody at her home. And one video to YouTube titled "Going to School is My 13-year-old Daughter," Middle School Edition. Garcia is seen wearing a yellow hoodie, glasses, and a black face mask entering the school. Do I look like a seventh grader? No? Cool. Awesome, she says. Garcia said she put on fake tanner and dyed her hair to better resemble her teen daughter, Julie. When she walked into school, she wrote down her daughter's ID number and she had memorized. She can be heard saying good morning to who she says was the principal. Garcia said she spoke to another faculty member and then attended all of her daughter's classes. Though some students eventually recognized her, she thanks them at the end of the video for keeping her secret. Garcia is seen eating in the school cafeteria during lunch with her mask partially off. She also later shows a math assignment to camera, and someone addresses her by her daughter's name. At the end of it, she says, "We need better security in our schools. This is what I tried to prove," Garcia said in a follow up video. "I did not do this to get views." Yes, you did. Shut up.
Of course you
I
did.
did not do this to get views. I didn't do this to get the likes. I didn't do this so people could be mad at me and I can never walk around El Paso again. This is exactly what you did it for. Was
Yeah,
views
it's like that girl on TikTok that she was like, "I don't like white people," and then dances like
Mhm.
a weirdo. She didn't say it because I mean it is probably obvious that it's true, but you don't do something like that and post it everywhere you can think of
Mhm.
to not get any people going. Not
Yeah.
almost like a
You do it
shock
for
value.
you do it
You
for
do
a
it for the
reaction.
reactions.
So Garcia went on
Like
to
she'll
say that she said the teachers were so preoccupied about the students who were online that they weren't paying attention to the students who were physically there, which has been a problem. I know a lot of parents who have talked about that with the online schooling and the in-person schooling and some of the schools that have
right.
offered online versus uh, in school, that's been an issue all school year because they seem like they are so busy with the online learning that they don't really have the full attention to give to the students who are actually there.
Well, why wouldn't they separate the non-online to the physically there?
Yeah, they should
Or,
they
you know what
should
I
have
mean?
they should have a teacher
One teacher
specifically.
doing the online learning, one
Yeah,
teacher doing, it's not that hard. I mean, how many kids are in a classroom?
yeah.
So you
Oh,
take
it's
one
usually.
classroom, which is about half the kids that are normally in a classroom, and
Mm,
another classroom about half the kids that are in that classroom. Put them in one fucking room. Call it a
mm.
day.
But
That's
but yeah, it says Garcia made it through all 7 periods until the last teacher asked her to stay after class and confronted her.
and she went back like an idiot.
Mm,
She's like, okay, bullshit. I'd have got in my car and left.
yes. So then she just rambles on, blah blah blah. They just a bunch of dumb shit. So yeah. So at the end of the day, I mean, again, she was an idiot for doing it. She did it for a
Yeah,
reaction. She got a reaction, but at the same
but
time,
on
it
top of
also
that, the
it
the
did show that there is a security issue
there's
in
a
some of these schools.
correlation, but there's also a correlation between the online learning and the in school learning.
Yeah.
Um, the fact that there still is online learning is ridiculous in the
Yeah.
first place because
Well,
you
not
know
not not all school because we were still dealing with the quote unquote COVID thing at the beginning of the
yeah,
school year.
give me a fucking
So
break.
not all schools felt comfortable going back. Fortunately, my kids they were in school all year round, no
Right.
problems, no issues, or anything like that. But some places, some states, some cities, and I'm surprised in Texas that they're doing any online learning
I was
because
gonna say
Texas
Texas
is
is like
basically
everything's open. Come on in.
Texas is basically like we're our own country. We're not even a part of the United States, and fuck everybody else because we're
I don't
going to do it
blame
our
them
own way.
because most of the shit. But you notice, I guarantee you, that's like a real left leaning community. Because the right wing communities would be like, fuck it, send my kid to school. Fuck yeah, go.
I wouldn't say there's many left leaning communities in Texas.
There's a few counties. You know, you can, if you actually look at like if you go back to the election map, you can actually see a couple. There's like maybe 5 counties that are blue.
Yeah,
Where everything else is bright fucking red. But there are a couple that are blue.
This is also coming from a guy who doesn't even live in this country and cares more about politics than I do.
Than the people that live there. Yeah.
Then I live here and I give 2 shits less. And
I find it hilarious to watch.
And you constantly will try to poke this bear on this podcast.
I do. I shouldn't, but I do. I literally watch from, if I'm on my phone, if I'm on Facebook, I scroll through Facebook looking for anything that people I know have posted.
Yeah.
Then after that, the rest of the time is on the video section of YouTube or Facebook, watching political shit.
Yeah. You will, yeah, and then you come on here and I'm like, you know what, you need to go start your own fucking political podcast there, buddy, because this isn't the time nor the place.
I know. I try not to, but it's. I find it so. What's the word for it? Idiotic. Yeah. Some of the people in the world are just so dumb.
Just go watch the movie Idiocracy.
I actually discovered the trailer for that movie the other day, and I need to watch it. It looks fucking hilarious. I did watch that Searching movie that I told you about.
You've never seen Idiocracy?
No, I haven't. The thing is like, there's so many movies come out, and only about 10% of them come out here.
Yeah, but that movie's been out for years.
It's 2018, yeah, something like that. But it's one of those things. Like, if it's a low budget movie, like or low, if it's not a Marvel movie or something, it doesn't get really promoted here. So I wouldn't discover it by regular ads or something.
That movie has been out longer than 20. Yeah, it's the fucking movie is 15 years old. It came out in 2006. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So I was gonna say, there's no way that movie's only 3 years old. I know better because
it also comes down to the fact that there's so many movies I want to see that I'm like, oh, I'll get to that one kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's where a lot of it comes down to, because a new movie will come out, I'm like, fuck, I want to see that, and I'll watch it right away. But something like Idiocracy is one of those, like, I'll get to it. Idiocracy.
Just Idiocracy. I'm going to make a whole new word. I'm on the
She doesn't get give me 2 seconds. I have to go. My wife's on the phone. I'll be right back.
Well, Jeff's going to go kill his parents. Kill his kids. So while he's off doing that, let's just do a little bullshit ass story that it's just the strange things that make the news. So we got a man that combines golf and running to break a world record. Jörg Randiger broke a Guinness World Record by playing 252 holes in the space of 12 hours. So it says Jörg took to the course at wow, that is a long ass name. I'm assuming this is in Germany, but at a golf club, it was able to play 252 holes in the space of 12 hours. Jörg played the entire course 14 times during the challenge, which he had to complete on foot, as the use of a golf buggy was forbidden under Guinness rules. He bettered the previous record by 31 holes. So that's what, damn near 2 games, two full games of golf, and raise money for the Special Olympics in Switzerland. So that's pretty cool. So he had a cause behind it. He was raising money, and it was going to a good cause. With the announcing the achievement, Guinness World Records said Jurg attempted this record not only for his love of running and golf, but also to bring awareness to Special Olympics in Switzerland that help people through the power of sports with intellectual disabilities. And there's Jeff's kids. You guys are gonna get in trouble. We're getting bombed over here by Jeff's kids. So, I don't know if I'd want to do all that nonsense. Dude was golfing and running. Hello. Nonsensical nonsense. Thanks for calling. I'm floundering here, but we're gonna keep going. Got a stamp here. Let's see what else is going on. The world's most valuable stamp sells for $8.3 million. Speaking of world records. We'll go ahead and stay on this trend until Jeff comes back. Hopefully, maybe we'll see what happens. It says the world's most valuable stamp has been purchased for $8.3 million in London. Of course, it's London. By a dealer. It's a 1856 1-cent magenta from British Ghana. I don't know what the hell that is. Guyana, whatever. Was bought at an auction in New York by Stanley Gibbons. It is known as the Mona Lisa of stamp collecting world because it is only one in existence. Interesting. Stanley Gibbons is planning to offer investors the opportunity to buy fractional ownership of the asset as the firm looks to move into digital collecting. So I wonder if that's one of those NFTs. But how do you fraction off ownership of a stamp? Because it's not like you can go, oh, well, you can have this corner piece or you can have that corner piece. We'll cut you out this little section up here at the top. Or anything like that. It's a fucking stamp. But I'm talking about just reading some bullshit ass stories while you were.
Please continue. I'm actually waiting on DHL. My wife just called me and said DHL is getting ready to arrive.
Oh, nice. Well, your kids made a little appearance,
a little cameo. Yeah. Actually, here, why don't you talk to my son real quick?
I tried talking to him, and he wouldn't talk to me.
All right, I'll send him up.
But so the stamp has attracted record prices throughout its history, and it's last sold for what's going on, buddy? Here we go.
Good.
What are you doing, man?
Right now, I'm watching the new Space Jam trailer.
The new Space Jam trailer? Are you gonna watch the movie?
Oh yeah.
Welcome everybody, Jeff's son. What's your name, Kevin?
Kevin, yeah.
What's your sister's name?
Michelle. Wait.
Michelle. We got Kevin and Michelle here joining us for a few minutes while Jeff is off disappearing. And now they're gonna fight like kids do. Are you gonna watch the new Space Jam movie?
Yeah, I watched the original, so it's probably likely I'm gonna watch it.
Did you watch the original?
Yeah.
What else? I'm gonna do a little interview with you. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Can I interview you?
Yeah.
What other kinds of movies do you like?
Well, it's not movies I like, but the new movie I like right now, it's Disney Plus Cruella.
I heard you guys watched Cruella last week. Your dad was telling me about it. What's your favorite shows? Do you watch shows or do you watch a lot of YouTube?
Oh yeah, YouTube and shows.
Who's your favorite YouTuber?
I'm gonna be honest, Markiplier.
Markiplier. Do you like
Markiplier?
Oh, Markiplier. Oh, the gamer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like what is it, FGTV?
Yeah, I like him too. He the
My son likes them.
he likes him too.
Yep.
It's a good family.
Yeah, they're pretty fun. Do you watch more YouTube or more TV?
More YouTube than or
That sounds about
I,
right.
I recommend a video game for your son.
What's the video game that you recommend?
It you can get it on a computer or on a phone. It's called Fright Night Funkin'.
Fright Night Funkin'. I'll have to ask
Yeah,
him if he's ever heard of it. He plays Minecraft and he plays Fortnite.
Fortnite,
And
Minecraft. I like those too.
mhm.
I have Minecraft on my dad's phone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you do like the creative and build great big castles and mansions and stuff?
yeah, it's awesome. I got this like another version of Minecraft because just to goof around because back then I didn't used to have the original.
Mhm.
But I used to go on creative, just boom, 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 make my own house. Hello.
That's that's what my son does. He goes on to creative and he builds these great big like massive
One
houses
day
and
I built a house in water
he
because
I think he's got a house underwater too.
no, I tried to make one underwater, but it's hard. It's hard.
It's very hard. I know he likes
Mm,
to build like he'll build like a tree and then he'll build the house
yeah.
on top of the tree
Like a tree
and
house.
yeah, like a big giant tree house. And my his
Yeah.
sister, she's got a big old farm that she built on Minecraft. So they get pretty crazy about Minecraft. I don't understand it,
All right, go downstairs.
but
Oh my goodness.
hi
Close the
kids.
door.
He said,
Yeah.
"Hey, I want to start doing the podcast with him. I like him better."
No,
I,
the thing is with DHL down here, if you're not there, they reschedule a time when it's convenient for them.
yeah,
So like there is no going to the office to pick it up and all that stuff, and it's a huge pain in the ass. So I went there. She called. She's like, "Hey, DHL's outside. Go pick it up." I went there and nobody's there.
oh Jesus.
Then my son comes running out. Mom's on the phone. She's trying to call you. I go back. She's like, "He's there." I'm like, "What? No, he's not. Which vehicle?
Yeah,
a big yellow one? I didn't see it."
yeah.
And then when I went out the second time, I could see his van. So
No,
what a pain in the ass.
I just proceeded to interview him. I introduced him and oh, excuse me, welcomed him to the show. And then I started introducing him, and Michelle was over there. She kept poking her head in and making faces, but I was
Yeah.
interviewing him. I was interviewing him about his favorite shows or movies or YouTube channels, and then we were talking about Minecraft. So, which was very nice because I was floundering with some bullshit stories. So,
Well, yeah, that's why I mentioned interview my son real quick,
yeah.
because like I know like my wife's been trying to get this package for like 4 or 5 months,
Mhm.
and it's literally stuff for work. It's like
Yeah.
I forget what it is. I haven't opened it, but it's stuff for work. It's like
Yeah.
but oh, what a pain in the ass.
What's going on, Wally? Thanks, or welcome to the live.
The shit show.
Yeah, the shit show. Well, the last few minutes, like I said, I was just trying to rattle off some bullshit stories. I was talking about some guy who broke the Guinness World Record for golf and running over in Switzerland. But
Like
he did
running
it
from hole to hole.
He played 350 some odd rounds of golf in 12 hours. He beat
Holy
the
crap.
original record by 31 holes. But he did it to raise money for the Special Needs Olympics. So,
Oh, good for him.
and then I was talking about a stamp that sold for $8.3 million that the guy who bought it is now trying to turn it into some type of NFT or something. So he's going to sell fractions of the stamp. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything about stamp collecting or stamps or anything like that. I was just
I don't either.
talking. I was just talking to talk because I have
Well-
a fucking microphone and I can do whatever I want.
Exactly. I actually did research on there's a guy that he keeps popping up on my YouTube like homepage or whatever, and it's him talking about this 20-year-old limo, and blah blah blah, and it's like almost 40 foot long, and it got me thinking. If you remember way back in the day, I'm talking mid '80s, there was the world's longest limo that had like a helipad and it was like over 100 feet long, and I was like, whatever happened to that thing?
Yeah.
And I could have swore somebody had bought it and were going to rebuild it for their YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
So I was looking it up, and apparently it's in serious disarray.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Like it's only got like 2 windows left.
Yeah.
But
yeah, go ahead. I got knocking on my door.
Yeah, go ahead. But it's based on a Cadillac, like a old Eldorado, where the front wheels, it's got 3 axles in the front, and the thing is, it's basically it's 100 foot long, but it had like a hot tub in it. It had a helipad and all this stuff, and I was like, but apparently it's not being rebuilt on a YouTube channel. But I think that would be a cool YouTube video to watch, because I'd totally watch that. But it's one of those things apparently it's not being rebuilt. Oh my God, my knee is killing me from that run. I ran to the gate and back.
Fucking old man, sorry. So that was Cash.
Oh, okay.
He was knocking on my door to ask if they could have a snack. And I opened the door, and he's like laying on the floor trying to, I don't know if he was trying to look under the door, which you can't really look under my bedroom door because it's flush with the carpet. So, and he was trying to, I think he was trying to slide a note under the door like we're in prison or something. I was like, dude, you know I'm recording, just walk in. He was like, oh, okay. Could I have a snack? I was like, I don't care.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah. You already ate your dinner, get your snack, Bob.
Yeah.
At this point, we understand that this podcast is a complete dumpster fire.
Yeah.
It's the
2020 of podcasts.
Yeah, it is what it is. So we're going to try to just keep rolling with it. And
it's one of those things. It's like certain things we each know that the other has certain things that we cannot control no matter what.
Yeah, exactly. Hi, pretty girl. Welcome. No, your name is Pretty Girl, not Summer.
Until we get
hello, Kevin and Michelle. Oh, your mom was in here.
How was she?
She was on YouTube. She said hi to your kids.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, she watches us live on YouTube because apparently it doesn't glitch out as much. Apparently.
So Summer says, "Hi, my name is Summer, and I have a shopping problem. What did you buy now?"
Oh shit!
But yeah. At this point, I know when we first started, we were trying
all gun ho about being in front of the camera the entire time.
Yeah, trying to be as
professional.
Professional. Saturday we're recording. You're just like nom 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 nom. What are you doing? This fucking guy sitting here stuffing his.
I was starving.
I wish I had $125 to spend on myself. She's got this shop on Facebook. I guess they have a brick and mortar store, but they go on Facebook and do a lot of lives and stuff. And she says she spent another $125 on their boutique online.
Good Lord.
Oh, Lord. They do have really cute fucking clothes, though. I mean, I will give her that.
Well, I mean, but that's probably more of an investment than it is an expenditure.
It's clothes. It's not an investment. Calm down.
Well, no, but I mean, in her defense,
and second of all, expenditure. Hey, look at me and my big face. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Everybody knows we're both retarded. Stop using your big fucking $100 words, or I will come to Mexico and kick you in the dick. I'm gonna fly to Mexico.
But I mean, I'm sure she's gonna actually make money on that, even if it's just stuff for her to wear at the boutique.
How is she? No. Summer is buying stuff from the boutique.
Oh,
so the boutique is making money. Summer is spending money.
Yeah, I can't help you there.
she was
show a profit somewhere.
She's like, 3 orders in 1 week. I like the way you think, Jeff. Investment. No, I had to break it down because he's too worried about using his word of the fucking week to know what the hell he's talking about. I'm going to fly to Mexico.
I don't know what to tell you.
I'm going to fly to Mexico, knock on your door, and you'll be like, Click, what's up, man? What are you doing down here?
What are you doing here? Oh, what the fuck? You just kicked me in the dick, dude.
Kick you in the dick and leave.
And now you're leaving? What the fuck? You can at least stay for a beer, you asshole. I got a flight to catch.
Your wife tried to sell me a tour in the airport.
Oh, shit.
I knocked all our pamphlets out of her hands and gave her a wedgie. She said it's an investment on her looks.
There you go.
Well, you don't need to spend any money on your looks. You're perfect the way you are. Fucking Jeff.
No.
I hope your wife, now that she's got this new job and she's making really good money, I hope she starts blowing it on dumb shit. I'm like, dude, it's an investment. It's not a expenditure.
Well, that's the funny thing. That's the conversation that comes up. She'll buy something from making money, and I'm like, how come you can get that, but I can't get a new drill? And she's like because I make the money. And I'm like, I watch the kids, I do the dishes, I do the laundry. The only reason you can go to work is because you have clean clothes to wear.
No, what you need to do, what you need to do is, instead of phrasing it like, why can't I buy anything? Why don't you buy me a gift?
There you go. For doing all the shit that you don't want to do.
I'm not a kiss ass. Yeah. Why can't you buy me something from time to time? See, I can't do that. Like, Summer buys me stuff all the time. She buys clothes for me all the time. So, hence the shirt I'm wearing tonight.
I'm not a big variation on clothing kind of guy. I see a T-shirt I like, I'm like, how much is it? Oh no, that's too much. I don't like it that much.
No, I'm super easy to buy for when it comes to clothes. If it's sports related, it's a fucking win. If it comes from Summer's store, it's a fucking win. So I mean, like, look at my closet. Most of it is either sports or comic book related shirts. So
I got my nerd shirt on today. I don't know if you can see.
And now I'm starting to get a collection of.
It's a stormtrooper with a tie on.
Yeah, that's fucking.
Yeah, it's Chewbacca.
That's one of those. What is that? That's one of them.
Guys from Lord of the Rings.
That's what is that? Dwarf? What is that? Dwarf? Dwarf from Harry Potter?
You're sitting there trying to figure it out. You're like, what's the nerdiest thing I could say?
I'm trying to think of a fucking character.
I can hear the gears rolling in your head. Going,
I'm trying to think of fucking
nerdy.
character.
Damn it!
I'm trying to think of a fucking character from one of them goddamn movies, and it's just like, I don't know any. Jar Jar Binks, he's the man.
Well, like
Summer said she had me buy adult shirts because apparently my sports apparel and my superhero shirts are not adult enough for her. Yeah, my clothes are not adult. My wife, when we do go shopping, she's like, you need new jeans or something. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, the baggy cool ones are over here. She's like, that's the kid section. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay, we're back. In the summertime, outside of going to work, I'm in basketball shorts.
I need to get new
when
shorts.
I get home. Yeah, shorts. When I get home from work, I take my jeans off and I put basketball shorts on. And if I have to leave my house out after I get home from work, once I've changed, I go out in my basketball shorts and a t-shirt. Like right now, my whole outfit matches. I actually fucking match. I got my Michigan hat, Michigan shirt,
I literally
Michigan colored shorts on. So
I have like 5 or 6 pairs of swim trunks that I just wear those everywhere.
But I bought like all my basketball shorts. I can coordinate them with any shirt I have in my closet. So I still match.
I just buy everything in, like, all my swim trunks and stuff. I buy black. Yeah. Like, what's the black? The darkest one you got? Yeah, I'll take those.
Well, I do try to stay away from bright colors on my shirts because as I told my boss the other day, I was like, I don't wear a lot of bright colors because I look like the fucking Kool-Aid man. then yeah. Then I take a because when we do an exterior spray, you have to have per the label, and with pest control, the label is the law. If the label says it, you got to follow it to the fucking T with pesticides. So when you're doing an exterior spray, or if you're doing where there could be overspray, you have to wear long sleeves.
Right.
So I was like, well, I've got a perfect shirt for it, but it's red, so don't make fun of me because I look like a Kool-Aid man. And I put it on yesterday, and he was just like, I'm not laughing. But my boss is a smart ass.
I'm not saying nothing, but just don't go through that wall.
My boss is a smart ass. He's a big kid. So we fuck with each other all day long. Of course, he's also like 2 foot tall, and he's a Jew. So,
yeah.
And I can say that because he says it. He makes more Jew. He makes enough Jew jokes that I don't have to.
It's that low hanging fruit.
Yeah. So I mean, I try to avoid. Welcome to Fashion Talk.
Yeah, we went into fashion.
Oh my god!
And this is super. Now you know what? My whole thing of busting somebody's balls on something. If you bust my balls on something, I'm gonna bust your balls on something else. I don't care if you're gay, straight, black, white, purple, green, yellow. I don't care. Yeah. If you're willing to bust my balls, I'm gonna bust yours right back. Yeah, I take it as good as I can give it. And
do you know?
But I saw that coming. Fuck, softballs, man.
I didn't say anything.
Walked into that one.
So you're what they would call a power
catcher
bottom, I believe. Hey, Holland. Yeah, Holland. I think I said that.
Just call me Johnny Bench.
Yeah. Yeah. Summer, you're definitely gonna have to remove and block that page. Summer says she's gonna have to remove that page from her Facebook so she stops spending money.
Yeah.
Once I broke it down and explained it to you, and you realized you're not on her side anymore.
Well, that's why I don't. So that's why I'm not allowed to go on to Wish, or I'm not allowed to go on to Amazon or stuff like that, because I'll be like, in the cart, favorite, and then I'll send links to my wife. I'm like, wouldn't this be cool? She's like, we don't need a floating globe. I'm like, could it be cool?
But it would
we
be
could
cool
use it to teach the
it.
kids. She's like, no.
It would be cool to have if you $350 later. Jesus Christ. We don't have a number, Holland, and we don't do call-ins because we're not that cool, apparently.
Yeah, we suck. We're working on it though. We're as slow as we are.
Okay, first of all, we are working on it would essentially mean I am working on it.
I've looked into a few things.
I'm not working on it, so we are not working on anything.
Well, we've discussed it. We'll put it that way. That's us working on it. We've discussed it. Same thing with the merchandise line. We've discussed it.
Yes.
About as far as it goes.
We've discussed the merch a hell of a lot more than we've discussed doing call-ins. And the thing is, Holland. The thing is, Holland is actually Kevin's co-host on the Kevin Holly Show. We are a very low-end podcast.
We're very low budget.
Jeff is on his cell phone right now.
Yes.
In Mexico.
Yes.
And I am on my laptop. And
it's facing backwards, looking into a mirror so I can actually see Chris. Because my front camera doesn't work.
Yes. And I am on a laptop that I bought for less than $150. And I have a Samsung S7 that have the Facebook feed pulled up on so I can see the comments.
Yeah.
And then I have my other phone that I can pull up news articles and whatnot on. So I have two cell phones as well.
We're high tech.
We're living the podcast dream, but we're just starting. We're still trying to figure out all this bullshit. Jesus, $350 in your vacation clothes. Sweet mother of God, I have $0 in my vacation clothes because I'm just going to dive into my closet.
Yeah, amen to that. That's the beauty of my wardrobe is I can go from a business attire to a podcast to vacation all in one shirt. I got one of them tuxedo shirts.
I could go from just my closet's full of glick fashion. I wear what I wear. If you don't like
I'm a novelty kind of shirt kind of guy.
Yeah, smoking in the house.
I got a suit laying around here somewhere. I did the whole suit thing.
Kevin smokes crack and does blow off of transvestite prostitutes' peckers.
Nice.
Just so you know, Holland. Speaking of fashion.
Yeah.
Completely. See, I love how we can just randomly
transition.
Accidentally stumble into news articles, and I don't know what this means. I just seen the headline. I pulled a Jeff here, so yes, he does actually. I've seen him do it. I've watched Kevin do blow off of a transvestite hooker's pecker.
Chris was the transvestite.
I was not the transvestite. I was down there in Florida, and a friend of ours, A.A. Rod, and I went over to Kevin's, and Kevin was like, "You want to see a magic trick?" And I don't know why you can't show it. You should be able to. And he pulled a hooker out of the pool bathroom, out on his patio, and he was just like, "Watch this." And I was like, Jesus Christ!
It's bigger than mine.
Where'd that training come from?
Oh shit!
Yeah, true story, Holland. I would have taken pictures, and he was singing Nickelback while he did it. It was so
nice.
Weird. It was a weird night in Florida. Well, it was a normal night in Florida.
It was Florida.
It was a weird night for me because I'm not from Florida. Aaron was like, "Yeah, this is just a typical Wednesday night in Florida." I was like, "What the fuck?"
You mean that was a Monday night? Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
What do you guys do on Mondays?
Yeah, well, I generally come home and have a couple of beers and relax after work. I don't. Why do you have training hookers in your bathroom on the pool? What's going on?
But what's your fashion story? Go ahead and read that article.
Sorry, we transitioned.
Yes, we did.
No pun intended. It says a company is selling. Kevin's always preoccupied with something else. Kevin has no time for me. That's a whole other story. I won't go into that. But it says a company is selling wet jeans.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
I know this. What it is it makes it look like it's pre-stained to make it look like you pissed your pants.
I was just kind of thumbing through, and
that's what it is. It's a stupid. Why would you want that?
So it says it says a fashion firm, a U.S. fashion firm, Wet Pants Denim has launched a range of jeans that makes the wearer appear as if they've wet themselves. Wet Pants Denim has launched a range of denim that seems as if somebody has had an unfortunate accident. The watering stain in the front. What the company said, celebrities, influence, and everyday individuals alike are in search of these wet pants. Look, here at Wet Pants Denims, we are delivering an identical style with the need to feel uncomfortable. So
brown stains in the back or what? I mean,
so basically, no, it's not a new version of Stonewash. They've basically stolen the entire concept from, what was that, Billy Madison?
Billy Madison, yeah.
Where the little kid pees his pants,
He's trying to make his buddy feel better because he pissed himself.
Yeah, so he like splashes pants, and he's like, "Well, you're not peeing your pants. Everybody that's cool pisses their pants." So,
and somebody at that company was like, "We need a new idea," and this guy's thumbing through Billy Madison clips on his phone. He's like, "I got an idea." But why wouldn't you just piss your pants? Save yourself a couple $100. Just piss your pants before you leave the house.
Yeah, I would like to know how much those pants cost. It doesn't show in the article. I don't think it does. Let me double check. I'm doing a Kevin here or a Jeff here. And okay. So the denim comes in 3 different styles and colors, with customers able to choose between blue, gray, and white jeans. Why you'd wear white jeans, I don't know. And they go for $75.
Jesus Christ!
So
don't you know you're not supposed to wear white after Labor Day?
So up until recently, I've never spent a whole lot of money on jeans. And we have Rural King here in Ohio, and it's kind of like a farmer type store,
right?
And they have their own branded jeans, and they're $10.
Yeah, and they probably last longer than those $75 ones.
Not only do they last, but they also come with a lifetime warranty. So if they rip or tear or anything like that, you take them back into Rural King. Much like you remember
Craftsman of pants.
Yeah, back in the day, you didn't even have to have the receipt or anything. And skinny gay men wear white jeans. This I'm well aware of, and they shouldn't be allowed to wear. Nobody should ever be allowed to wear white jeans, unless you're.
I'm on board because.
Let me rephrase that. No man, gay, straight, or you should ever wear white jeans. You should never. That thought should never cross your mind. You wear gray or blue jeans.
I won't wear a white shirt. I won't wear a white shirt because I would get it so fucking filthy. It's ridiculous.
Well, that's because you're a fucking pig, man. You're a fucking.
Well, that too. No, but I mean, like I said, I was explaining this the other day. If something crosses my mind where I'm like, "Ooh, I got to build that now," I don't go change and build it. I just start building.
I'm not going to talk about that. I scratch my head before every podcast, or anytime I'm going to go out, I'm like, what should I wear tonight? No, not that shirt. Oh, I wore that weekend.
I don't.
Like I gotta make sure my wardrobe matches. You can't see anything but from my chest up, but I gotta make sure I can.
Just in case you have to stand up.
I literally from my head to my everything match. I'm fully matched right now. Everything. So I could if I really wanted to match, I could go grab my dark blue Michigan hat hanging up over there and just put that on instead of the bright yellow one. But,
no, but I mean, when it comes down to it, the whole white clothes are just no.
Yeah, no, I don't. I've had these discussions with my gay friends, and I usually just wind up throwing my hands up and be like, "You guys are jackasses."
Well, it's the same thing with skinny jeans.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law, he's got a pair of skinny jeans, and he came in the house one day, and I was like, "What the fuck are you wearing?" He's like, "These are my new jeans." I'm like, your boyfriend like them too? Because Jesus.
Well, yeah, skinny jeans and 3 gallons of cologne on.
Yeah. I was like, well, you got a quarter in your pocket.
Yeah.
You got a quarter in your pocket. I can tell the date on.
Yeah. You happy to see me, or is that a pack of Mentos in your pocket?
But it also comes down to like the reason why I don't wear skinny jeans is I'm constantly putting stuff in my pockets.
Yeah.
Whether it be my keys or my cigarettes or something, I don't want to crush my cigarettes because I'm fashion forward.
Well, hence the reason I still think cargo shorts and carpenter pants are cool.
Oh fuck yeah! Oh, I will wear the shit out of. I got a pair of K-Swiss cargo pants that they're fucking paper thin because of the material they use, but my wife hates them, but I wear them all the time because they got 40 fucking pockets in it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I got pockets for days, bro.
Yeah.
Like I can put anything I want. I got beer pockets. Don't judge me.
If I'm going to the movies, we don't have to buy snacks.
I showed up at the bonfire in cargo shorts. Why are you wearing cargo shorts, Glick? Because I got beer pockets. I can hold.
That's right. I don't have to go to the cooler 14 times. I only go 3.
I can hold 8 to 10 beers in these sons of bitches.
Hell
you can keep walking back and forth. Hey, I'm too lazy and fat to walk back and forth all night long.
If I could figure out how to drink this without lifting my arm, I would.
Crazy straw.
I saw a video of that guy's like, there's a meme. There's a meme of a guy. He's got like a beer on his table and he's leaning back up against the back of the couch. He's got 14 straws connected together. Nice. It says my friend took his laziest to the next level, and I'm like, yeah, if you've ever drinking beer through a straw,
yeah,
he's gonna have a hell of a day.
Yeah, drinking a beer through a straw is
special.
This says a lot. This says a lot about the person, but also it's not the most enjoyable thing because I'm not going to do it because I feel like some jackass will get a screenshot of it and then there'll be memes made of me. Welcome back, pretty girl.
Where it's not actually a straw.
But you're sitting there just sucking. Like I got a 16-ounce can right now, and I'm just like, I'm gonna do it over here so you can't get a screenshot. But I'm just, what the hell are you doing?
No. When I first bought my first vape, a buddy of mine sent me a picture, and he's like, he sent a meme. It says, "What you think you look like," and it shows this guy with a vape, blowing out cool smoke rings or something. And then what you actually look like is a dude holding a cock sucking on, like a dildo. And I was like, oh, I thought my vape was kind of cool, but okay.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Like, I've told people in the past, bro, it's a vape. Calm down. It's not a dick. Because there are some guys that they just fucking treat that thing like it's a fucking cock, and it's Two for Tuesday down on the corner, and they're trying to make their fucking rent.
No, but I mean the problem I had with when I had my vape is I'd get the nicotine juice, and I'm like, and I'd always ask the same question: which is the strongest juice you have for nicotine? Yeah. And they're like, the 5 milligram. I'm like, can you put 2 5s together because Daddy needs his nicotine? And they're like, oh no.
I don't know. I don't know what the regulations are like down there for you guys, but before the regulations hit in up here, I mean, you could get up to like 28 on the nicotine.
Yeah. Now
you can't get any more than 6, but they do have the juice that you can add. It's a nicotine additive, and you can add. They're like, I think they're like 3, so you can get like 4 or 5 of them and just dump them into the bottle. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but that was the problem with my vape is I'd burn out the coil so fast because I'd literally hit it 3 or 4 times before it's one hit.
Treated it like it was a
because it wasn't strong enough.
We've already discovered that you give it as well as you take it tonight.
Apparently.
So I'm just practicing.
You never know. You never know. Somebody's going to come up to me and be like, would you be gay for 20 minutes while you suck on this for $10 billion? Like, well, give me that thing.
Give me the money first.
Show me the money.
Show me the money.
But you know what? I'll tell you what. Somebody gave me $1 billion to... I'm like, let me show you how it's done.
Well, Summer, I'm glad that you are a smart and independent woman, and you spend your own money when I go live. Because I'm a broke son of a bitch, and
amen to that. That just means I don't have to buy it for you.
I'm a broke ass motherfucker. It's a good thing I do a couple things really well that she keeps me around for. So she ain't with me for the money. That's for damn sure.
No, I mean,
maybe one day we'll reach the level of success like the Kevin Holly show, and we'll be able to do call-ins, and then I will make sure that you and Summer are our first callers ever on this. Well, Summer actually has called accidentally, inadvertently, but
yeah, but that was more of a happy accident as opposed to planned.
Yeah,
I know. My wife just saw me smoking up here. She's standing downstairs going, "What the hell are you doing?" I'm like,
you are definitely the breadwinner. Holland is so obsessed with wanting to call in because you could call in, you could call me all day long, and I could put you on speakerphone. But here's the problem:
but you wouldn't be able to hear me.
You wouldn't be able to hear Jeff. You would be able to hear.
It'd literally just be Chris, quote unquote, translating for me.
Yeah, Jeff's like the guys over here fucking speaking Swahili, and you probably do speak Swahili because
God knows.
You've lived all over the fucking planet, but
yeah,
and I've got to translate. So you can't call in. No, we don't do call-ins. Now Summer's in there. You know what? You guys just shut up and listen.
Well, here, Kevin, take this. Mom.
I don't even know what the fuck we're talking about.
Well, if somebody can figure out a way to we can take call-ins and actually hear them on both ends, we're up for suggestions.
I have. Well, much like everything else, I think I have to get a mixer board.
Yeah.
Shut up. I'm not shutting my audience. Fuck my audience. I'm just kidding. You think I do this for you people? Yeah. I do this for me.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, exactly. What audience? Oh shit, squirrel. Oh God, I'm gonna knock everything fucking over here. Hold on a second. Don't throw punch me. So, fuck. Yeah, I would just fucking derail everything and pull the e-brake while these two are bitching me out in the comments. So, as I was saying earlier, my boss and I we fuck with each other constantly. My boss is a little guy, like he's tiny, and this dude will get up. He's smaller than you, I think, but he'll get up in like attics and crawl spaces and crawl around like a fucking spider monkey. No, I'm 6'2", almost 300 pounds. I don't do attics and crawl spaces very well. So today, I climb up into an attic and I'm looking ahead of me and I'm like making sure I don't smack into anything as I'm climbing up the ladder, and I raise up a little bit. Dude, I got about 300 fucking nails right into my back. And dude, I don't know what my back looks like. I haven't looked yet, but I could feel the blood running down my back. And I was like, I feel like I'm gonna look like Jesus in that Passion of the Christ movie where they beat the brakes off of me.
No, that's the one thing about attics and crawl spaces that I don't do those because of the nails.
Yeah, I don't do them because I'm a fucking ogre, and I don't fit into those spaces.
Crawl spaces don't bother me that much until it's like giant rats and stuff, and I'm like, nope, I'm good.
No, I don't care. I don't care about rats and shit like that. I mean, hell, today we got called out to a chipmunk in somebody's house, and it was under the couch, and we literally chased it out and caught it with our hands. So
no, like one or like the small ones, that's not a big deal. But I'm talking like the giant sewer rats that look like chihuahuas.
I will do some research this weekend. I will try to figure out how I can take. You know what, Holland? Download the Haps app, create a Haps account, and you can join us in here.
Jump on here,
and you can join in here on Haps with us for like 5 minutes. Yeah. And Summer can join us too. So we'll let both of you come in here at the same time.
Yeah, like a Zoom call.
Yeah, and you guys can come and hang out with us. That will be even better than a phone call because everybody would get to see your faces.
Yes. While we make fun of you.
Well, no, actually, nobody be watching because the only two people that are watching right now are you guys and me and Jeff. So
no, but I mean, we do take the audio and put it on Anchor. So
we do. We put the audio on Spotify and all that jazz. So and once again, we're an hour and some odd change into the podcast, and we've yet to even say anything about it? We took 5 minutes to
talk about
you
clothes.
can fly up here. You can fly up here too. Bring Stan. Don't bring Kevin. We don't have
There you
any
go.
training hookers that he can do blow off their peckers. But bring Stan. Just download the Haps app, set you up a profile, follow us, and then the next time we go live, we'll invite you.
You can jump. We'll invite you on.
And
Yeah, it
we'll
doesn't
invite
take long to
someone
download the Haps app. It's actually super easy.
Yeah. What the fuck were we talking about before I said that? Oh yeah. We'll take 5-10 minutes to show love to our guys in Blacktop Mojo at the beginning of the show, and now we're getting
We
close
forget
to
to
the
give
end.
love to ourselves.
Yeah, self-love is a very important thing.
Well, like I said, you can't love anybody until you love yourself.
Yeah.
I've had a crush on me since I'm 13.
Yeah, so say it now, because not like anybody ever makes it this far into our podcast, but Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Nonsensical Nonsense, TikTok, I'm Glicktalk, TikTok, he's KTM,
Productions.
KTKM Productions.
Yep.
And then on Spotify, you can follow Nonsensical Nonsense so you can get every single episode of this train wreck that we do twice a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stan has been extra unavailable lately. I don't know what his deal is. He can take time out of his day to make 300 bullshit ass Facebook updates.
How many stories on Facebook stories? You know, you put the little clip that's like 26 seconds or so. How many do you post a day on a like? Let's say you've made like 15 TikToks that day. How many of those do you actually post on your Facebook stories?
Let me make it real simple and real easy.
Yeah.
Facebook story.
Right.
I've maybe posted 3 Facebook stories since they brought it out. Since they've introduced it. Since they've rolled it out. Much like
just because there's some people that will have like 26 Facebook stories, and it's like, you know what? I just wanted to see a little quick clip of something funny or whatever. I don't want to go through 45 things just to get one joke. Like, you know, if the only stories I post up is my TikTok automatically uploads my Facebook stories as well. Mm-hmm. So, you know, but it's only 26 seconds. But yeah, it's annoying.
Holland asked if you know Kevin. You don't know Kevin, but have you had the opportunity to? Yeah, have you had the opportunity to check out his podcast, The Kevin Holly Show?
I've caught a couple clips. The episode where his daughter had gotten asked out to prom or something.
Yeah,
and his co-host was saying she'd do her hair or something like that.
Yeah, I own him in Holland. Holland's a hairdresser. Holland, is your salon really Holland's Airport down there in Newport Richie? But fabulous Newport Richie. But it's not fabulous. Yeah, I don't care for the Facebook stories. I don't care for your Snapchat stories. I don't care for your fleets on Twitter. I'm terrible, and I don't post anything. I am the worst person in the world when it comes to social media. Holland's Airport. There you go. That's
I don't. I very, 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 very rarely tweet, and that's because I don't have like one person following me. So it's
the only thing I ever do on Twitter is when I post a new episode. Actually, Holland, he shouldn't put thoughts by Stan. That should be a hashtag.
Yes, Stan's thoughts.
Stan's
hashtag Stan's thoughts.
Stan's beautiful downtown Ilford. Stan's a trip. Other than the fact that when I went down to Tampa to meet all these guys in person, I don't know if I've ever told this story or if I've ever told you this story. So a few years back, shortly after the split up, Kevin was like, dude, you need to get away. You need to come down, meet everybody. Kevin and Stan were
get you some tranny hookers and
whatever. We'll do some blow off some tranny hooker peckers and call it a day. But I'm like, I don't know, guys, blah blah blah. Well, Stan was like, come down, you can stay at my house, it'll be good, you'll have fun, I'll introduce you to, because Stan used to do a podcast, Open Mic Live, and then Kevin's podcast, and then there was Spicoli TV, and I was friends with all those guys,
right.
and Hobby Radio, and which is another podcast. But so I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna come down for a week. So I'm like, got my vacation planned out. I drive my happy ass down to Tampa. I get about an hour from Tampa, and Stan calls me. Hey man, we're in the process of buying this new house, and we were supposed to be in there, but stuff fell through. We're at my parents' house or whatever. I can't remember if he was at his parents' house or what it was. And I was like, "Fuck, man! I had a fucking Airbnb on St. Pete Beach that was going to be like $40 a night, and you told me not to do it because I wasn't going to pay for some place to stay when I come to visit you guys." I want to know what happened between Hoppy and Kevin Holland. I've heard various stories from both sides, and I don't believe either one of them. But so I'm like, well, fuck, man. So another friend of ours, Aaron, Stan was like, I'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. You got an hour before you get here. Meanwhile, I'm on my phone, and I pull into a gas station. I'm like, fuck it. I pull into a truck
Look
stop.
up Airbnbs.
Yeah, like I'm going to get something to eat. And I'm looking for hotels. I'm looking for Airbnbs. Of course, there's like nothing available. And I'm like, fuck, God damn. So Stan texts me back, and he's like, I got you covered. Call me. So I call him. He's like, all right. Aaron, you know Aaron. I'm like, yeah, I know Aaron from the chat. He's been on Kevin's show a few times. We're friends online. And he's like, all right, Aaron said you can crash at his place for the week. And I'm like, okay, cool. Which actually worked out well because Aaron and I had a blast together. He was awesome. But it was just like, here I am coming down to Tampa with a bunch of strange people that I only know from online, and randomly crashing into a stranger's house, which I mean, Stan was still a stranger, but so instead felt so bad. He was like, look, dude, if I can't find you a place, I'll pay for the hotel. Don't worry about it. And I'm like, no, you ain't got to pay for the hotel. I got it covered, type deal. But what the hell is he doing?
You talking to me?
Yeah, you were like zoomed in on your fucking camera.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to read a text backwards.
We're looking up your nose, man.
It's all right. Look at my chest.
I don't know. I don't know either. To be honest with you, Holland. I've talked to Kevin about it, and I've given him my thoughts on it. I don't know if he agrees or not, but it sucks because Kevin and Oppie were pretty good friends for a second. But no, I had fun down in Tampa. I mean, they treated me like a fucking rock star. I was on Happy Hour. I was on Open Mic Live. I was on Kevin's show. I was on Spicoli TV. Then we went out one night to open mic thing, and I got to meet a bunch of comedians that I bullshitted with in the chat rooms on various podcasts. And then another night we went out, and I got to meet one of my favorite local bands down there, Sunshine and Bullets. Fucking love those guys.
Nice.
And they did a show, and I got to meet them and hang out with them, and it was a fun trip. It really was, and everybody down there in Florida was awesome. I'd just be petting and busting Kevin's balls constantly because his old goofy ass, after 6 years of supporting the hell out of his podcast, can't even take 5 minutes to come say hi when I finally started mine that I've been talking about for years.
Well, the only in his defense, we do go live about the same time he does.
You know what? I'm better than Kevin. He knows that. No, we went to I don't know if it was Side Splitters or not. It was down in Ybor. But we also go live twice a week.
Yeah, that is true. We do go live twice a week.
We went to a comedy club down in Ybor. Why did you have to just take a laxative? So I don't know if it was. I honestly don't know if it was Side Splitters or not because I was feeling pretty good because we went down after we did Spicoli TV, so I was already feeling pretty good before we got to Ybor. Right. And then when I got there, I got to meet. Not that you know any of these people, but I'm sure Holland does.
But I mean, it's an interesting story, no less.
They're local comedians. Matty Williams, Matty B. That's my guy. I love that dude. We love each other. one day we're going to run away together. And Stan was jealous because Maddie loved me more than he loved Stan, and got to see Rio Paris, and Shannon, and a whole bunch of local super funny Tampa comedians. Yeah, I honestly don't know where we went, and we drank the whole night, and then we went to a bunch of bars, and then there was the next night we came back to Ybor, and I think we went to some rock club, and that's where we seen Sunshine and Bullets and all that. It was fun. I'm constipated.
Those are those fun weeks that just you almost don't want to end.
Yeah. Well, I was happy it ended because Ron and I, we drank a lot.
Right.
And Tampa, Florida learned that when I drink, when I go live, that it's not staged. I really do drink a lot. And they learned that drinking with Glick is a very dangerous idea. I'm not really going to run away with Maddie B. We just love each other.
Yeah.
But Summer, just so you know.
I assumed.
Yeah, we just love each other. We have guy love for each other, and if you've ever watched Scrubs, you know what guy love is.
Guy love, hell yeah.
Yeah, but no, I needed a week off from work to recover from my vacation because I got to Tampa. As soon as I got there, we started drinking. The first night we drank until 6-7 o'clock in the morning, and Ron and I ordered breakfast from Uber Eats from McDonald's, slept for like 2 hours, got up, went and got something to eat, and we're like, oh, we can start drinking. It's 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning, and we started drinking, and we drank all day and night, and that was just every fucking day, and I'm like, I'm in my 30s. I'm not in my 20s anymore. I shouldn't be drinking like this. Yeah,
you shouldn't be drinking this much.
I haven't drank like this in a long time.
No, the times like that when you drink so much that your liver calls you in the morning and goes, "What the fuck?" Those are the weeks that are hell.
Chicks before prick. What the hell? Someone just found a new store. It's called Chicks Before Pricks.
Nice.
I look so young. That's a goddamn lie, Holland. You better stop it with your shit. Summer's like 27. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'll be 40 in October. Summer's 9-10 years younger than I am. So, Chicks Before Pricks. So, what do they sell? Like a bunch of
chickie clothes?
Yeah, I'm confused. I really wish you could. Kevin and I are 46. Yeah, Kevin's an old fuck.
Yeah. That makes it sound old.
You know, Kevin's old. He's also little. I have this weird fascination with making friends with little people.
Yeah.
Well, Stan's little. When I first got down there to Tampa, and Stan Ron and Stan's now ex-wife, they were waiting on me at Ron's house, and they had beer. Stan's got like 2 cases of Budweiser
ready to go.
His ex-wife has like, she's got 2 cases of Bud Light. They're like, we don't know if we have enough beer, and I'm like, hey, you probably don't. But I get out of the car, and Stan's first words are, Jesus Christ, Glick, you're a big motherfucker. and Aaron's he's not a little guy, but he's small. He was still smaller than me. He was like, yeah, we didn't realize how big you were from Periscope.
Well, yeah, I mean, the camera, you can literally make yourself look giant, or you can make yourself look really small.
Yeah. So I was just like, and I'm not that big. It's not like I'm that big. I'm 6'2" on a good day. Hit that kid with the stunner.
No, she wants the fan because they're going to bed. There you go.
Yeah, Holland, you're young. He's old. Summer's not right.
Yeah.
Hey, Kevin. Hey, Jeff. Hey, Jeff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you like a minute and a half to talk about the Fast and the Furious.
Why, you gotta pee?
I gotta pee.
I actually saw the new one. I was not impressed. It was terrible. It was a big piece of shit. I was not impressed with Fast and Furious 9. It probably didn't help that I watched it online, but it was not good. I was not impressed. I literally fast forwarded through parts because it was so bad. I just wanted to get to the end because they teased in the trailer that about Brian coming back. Literally, basically what you saw in the trailer was what you saw in the actual movie. So I was like, but I was not impressed.
Sunday? Yes. No, next Sunday.
Well, it is about that 2-hour mark. I do have to get going. My wife is home and I can hear her yelling at the kids, so I got to go help her with that.
So your time's up. No, dude, I was going to say, it was a good thing that we didn't do the podcast last night because I'd have been doing it from the bathroom.
Nice.
Kevin and Santa were 6'5"? Am I about 6'5" with my boots on this summer?
There you go.
Yeah. I'm not a little guy. I mean, Jeff knows me personally. Jeff and I have been friends for doing 20, almost 25 years.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, let's go ahead and wrap up because I've heard my wife yell my name 3 times. So
just pretend like you can't hear.
Yeah, right.
I'll
sleep in the car tonight.
Yeah, it'd be all right. Go tell your drunk neighbor. I need a place to sleep.
I need to crash on your couch.
Jeff, send me a friend request. Holland says send her a friend request.
We'll do.
Damn, girl. There's like a lot of comments that are coming through on what the fuck is this app that we're on?
Haps?
Yeah, Haps.
Facebook. Oh. Weird.
Yeah, Haps. They're coming through on Haps, but they're not coming through on Facebook. So yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap this up. We'll be back Saturday night. Hopefully roughly around 7-ish or so. Same bat channel, same bat time.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, we'll be back Saturday night, do another rendition of this trailer park dumpster fire. Holland, download the Haps app, set you up a Haps profile. Maybe you and Summer can join us. It
takes all of 5 minutes.
Yeah, maybe you and Summer can join us for a little bit.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for listening. It's been another episode of Nonsensical Nonsense. I've been trying to think of a cheesy ass way to end this.
I know.
Because I can't do it like I did before because then
I know it's coming.
Hour and a half or yeah. But we appreciate you guys for listening. Thank you guys that listened live and was in the chat room as always. Make sure you follow us on social media, or you don't have to follow us, but if you'd like to, that'd be fantastic. On Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, all under Nonsensical Nonsense.
And the email at nonsensicalnonsenspodcast@gmail.
Yeah, well, you got that right off the bat. This is the first time you've actually nailed that.
Yeah. I was thinking about it.
Most importantly, check us out on Spotify. You can get every single episode of this. You can catch up, listen to it, and you can tell us we suck by an email. But thank you guys for listening. We'll see y'all Saturday.
Yep.
And we are
out of here.
Got to push this button, and maybe it'll end. I can never figure out how to do this.